Hey guys, it's Allie, and in today's video, we are fixing up not one, but two American Girl dolls. I recently got these three dolls you see in front of you, Lanie, Kanani, and a 25, for $157 Canadian from a friend of a friend, and they also included all the clothing that they are wearing in this clip, as well as Emily's wooden sled. So the 25 will be getting her own customization video as I'm doing a more intensive customization with a wig swap and an eye swap. So we're just focusing on the girl of the years today and restoring them to as close to their original condition as I can get. In this video, you will also see my first time doing limb tightening and a hot water dunk. So that will be very exciting. So without further ado, let's start fixing up these dolls. Since Kanani and Lanie need the least amount of work, I'm going to be fixing them up in this video, and the 25 is getting a full-on customization, so we will make a separate video for that. So here are the before shots of Lanie and Kanani. First, you can see I'm just showing you their full body overviews, and now we're going to get down to some specifics. So Lanie was in pretty good condition, however she did have a small little shine mark on her cheek, but it's not that noticeable. And then her hair is a little bit messy as well, but I have seen way worse hair. Her limbs were also a tiny bit loose, but they were nowhere near as bad as Kanani's loose limbs. It was like out of its socket. Kanani also has a shine mark on her forehead, by her eye, and on her cheek, as you can see here. She also had some scratches on her leg, and her hair is a mess, super ratty, super knotted, so that's going to be the hardest thing to fix. So the first thing I did off camera. I just cleaned off all of the dolls with a Lysol wipe on the limbs. I didn't do the face just because I don't know how these wipes will react to the facial paint, but after that, I took a magic eraser and I deep cleaned the body of the dolls, and you can see here periodically throughout this clip how much dirt is on Lanie. So I did this to Kanani as well off camera. The next step is restoring the hair. So I'm just using this L'Oreal shampoo and conditioner set. This is what I use on myself. You can see here I've removed their bodies because I was limb tightening them as their hair was drying. And you can see I'm just putting some shampoo in my hand and rubbing it through Kanani's hair. And I believe with Lanie, I brushed out her hair before I started shampooing it, but as you will see in a later clip, I ended up brushing out Kanani's hair, I think during conditioner or around that stage. And now here I am washing out Lanie's hair, and I did put it in curlers off camera, and now her head's just chilling in my bathroom. And here's the clip I was talking about where I was going to be brushing out Kanani's hair. It was very, very knotted, and we did lose a lot of hair in the process, but it looks way better now than it did before. I also put her hair in curlers when it was still a little bit damp, as you can see me doing in this clip. However, as you will see later, these curls did not turn out the best. What you see me doing here in this clip is using some micro mesh to try and remove some shine marks. And now what I'm doing is taking out the stuffing to begin tightening the limbs. So this is Kanani's body, I believe. And for her, I didn't push down the stuffing enough, so it was kind of hard for me to reattach her head, which I will be fixing after I do this voiceover, just to get her head on a little bit more. But I'm just taking an elastic and wrapping it around the string that holds the limbs in place to tighten them. There are plenty of tutorials on how to do this on YouTube. So Lanie's hair was still a bit damp, but I decided to remove her curlers, and her curls held pretty well, but I think I should have left them in a little bit longer. So here is Kanani after I put her hair through curlers. I did take him out a little bit early just so I could trim the split ends by twisting the hair really tight and then finding some split ends and trimming them off. But I'm not happy with the texture of her hair. It still feels kind of dry and a little bit kinky. And I have been watching a bunch of fixing up videos just for inspiration, and I think I'm going to have to do a hot water dunk on Kanani, and I've never done that before either. So what a hot water dunk is where you take boiling water, I think you let it sit for a little bit, and you quickly dunk the doll's hair in and then immediately put it in ice water to stop the melting. So I will probably do that tomorrow because that will just make her hair shinier, smoother, and then I can recurl it from there. So now it is hot water dunk day. I have one bowl filled with boiling water and I let it sit for a minute, and then one bowl filled with ice water. So what I'm doing is just brushing out Kanani's hair. I have some cotton balls on her eyes just to make sure no steam gets in. You can see the steam in the video. And I'm just dunking her hair in and out for about 5 seconds, keeping it in and then taking it out and letting the water drip. And I did this for about a minute. And then when it was all done, I placed the hair in cold water for a few seconds to kind of stop the whole melting plastic effect type of thing, and then I just let her drip dry outside on my deck. You can see her hair is so much straighter and it's so much softer, and it's just a million times better than where we started. I'm also trimming some of these split ends at the bottom just to make her hair look a little bit more even. And then when that was finished, I put her hair back up in curlers. I had wet it. I didn't know how it would work with the hot water boil, but as you can see here, I took out the curlers and we got curls. So I had Kanani lying down. I didn't touch her for a few days, and then I went to pick her up and I realized the curls that you saw in that last clip that were so perfect had pretty much all faded away. So I think the reason that happened was because I had straightened her hair with the hot water boil and her hair just did not want to take the curls. I am a fan of her hair straight though for my personal collection. So I think I'm gonna leave it the way it is, but if I wanted to actually give her curls for next time, I think I would either hot water dunk the curls or put in curlers as soon as I finish the hot water dunk. As for Lanie, as you saw in the last video of her curls turned out really nice and she turned out really well overall. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below any predictions for what I'm going to be doing to the 25 I mentioned earlier in this video, and make sure to follow me on Instagram to see photos of these finished dolls. Have an amazing day, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Bye!